All right, fam, we are back with our Smooth Club podcast, a show where everyday men discuss everyday topics. I'm Arrington Gavin, and with me are my bros, my co-hosts. I have Mr. Jonathan Jones right here, and over here I got Mr. Corian Shaw. Okay, looking all so suave, fellas. I like the color scheme. I like the colors, Mike. I like the colors that we have here. and thanks so much for tuning into a great episode, guys. Today we have an awesome show. We got some great conversation we're going to be speaking on, and but before we get more into the topic, I want to bring up with you guys ways to support the show. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave us a comment on Rugged Evo TV on YouTube. Any podcast platform you can listen to the show at any time. Saturdays at 5, you can watch us on Poolside Cooking TV Network on Roku and Amazon Fire, and you can also watch us on ESP TV every Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. on Facebook and earnestsmithproductions.com. We truly appreciate them. Fellas, look, I want to talk on this one because from season 1, season 2, we've always brought up stories that's related to collegiate athletes getting paid, right?
Yeah.
It was a long conversation with the Title IX, and it's like, okay, look, we're doing all this work. We're doing, our coaches are getting paid millions, and I'm speaking mostly like, right now just football and basketball, but really all collegiate coaches. They, especially whichever division they're in, they get paid pretty good money. The athletes don't receive any pay. Now they do receive scholarships, but as far as what more of the schedule, you're talking about morning practice, 2 practices a day, meetings on top of that, and I also got to try and graduate. Or I got to try and get this, do my classes and pass to make, throughout the next semester and all that stuff. It's a lot to handle. Now, the NCAA now allowed what they call the NIL, name, image, and likeness, when collegiate athletes can get paid off their image, off their name, which I think is great. But it started to dawn on me. I'm like, what about some of the other, athletes? Is that for all athletes? Because it's really not for all athletes. It's just for really like the popular ones. Really, it's like a popularity. The popular ones that's, everybody knows if you're a starter or if you go to like a big D1 school, you're going to receive buku money. I think there was a quarterback in Alabama's making like $1 million already. Yes. I've seen.
From what type of endorsement?
I don't even know.
It's the sponsors, bro. You know what I mean? The people that's under him and saying, okay, like, say you had 12,000 followers on Instagram, and I had a so-called business. I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna reach out to JJ, put JJ name on this, man. I shoot him $2,000 every week. You know what I'm saying?
And you think they have more than one? They got buku of sponsors, and I'm like, that's awesome, because again, it's seeing that it's not like they're not getting rewarded for what they're doing, because again, that's a huge schedule. So for me, I'm like, okay, well, I want everybody to win. I want everybody to get something. So what about this? Say every collegiate athlete receives, say, like $200 per month, and they also have the option to use the name, image, and likeness. So then they can have the potential to make more. But if they're just like a backup player and they can make money off the name, image, and likeness, then at least they have $200 a month coming in.
I disagree, bro.
Why so?
And I only say this, and I'm not gonna put too much out there, because I don't want to hinder my little brother. But you got certain schools, man, that you go to, and you're paying $300,000 a semester. What the hell is $200 a week, or $200 a month? What is that? And I'm being real. If you paying $200,000, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be specific. If you're paying $243,000 a year, a semester, to go to school, what is $200 a month?
So you have a disagreement with the amount. So just say,
sir.
so what? So give us a number, because I just brought that for
And I'm
you,
gonna be real. And
I'm talking all players, not just the stars, but
I
all
understand
players.
what you're saying, brother. Because at the end of the day, every last player on that field is paying the same thing as the player that's starting every game. Because this is what the school is asking for you to even attend, not to play, but to attend. So if you want to put a percentage on when it comes to paying a player to play a certain sport, it needs to be higher. And I know that was just your number.
Yeah.
But if it needs to be higher than any 100. That's all I'm saying. I don't care if he's starting or if he's sitting on the sideline. Because at the end of the day, well, let me back up a little bit. I might be ahead of myself. I'm a college fan, straight out. NFL, I'm a Giants fan. It is what it is. But when I watch college football, and them boys are playing harder than the NFL. Because they have something to play for.
Yeah.
You understand?
You're not watching millionaires already.
I'm not watching millionaires playing. But what kills me is that the kids that can't even afford to go to that particular school that they're going to. And they playing that game to make money for that school.
Or their family can't even afford to watch some of their games, right?
Bro, you hit the nail on the head.
What?
So those are the things that bother me. That this particular player that may come from a certain background that can't even afford to watch the game or to make those trips to go to these games to watch their child play, that you can't even fund them a certain amount or to even cut their scholarship or to even cut the funds, period, for these kids to play football. Now, the only reason I say this is because I had no idea. I didn't go to college. I went straight to the military. But to see a sibling of mine to go to college and to look at his paperwork, thank God he got a scholarship, look at it and to see how much it costs to go to school.
It's ridiculous. I mean,
oh my God,
non-government funded and like state schools. I mean, I went to a small school, non-government funded, 1,500 students, right?
Yes.
When I graduated, that was in 2017. We were at $37,000 a year. You know that price keeps on going up. You know, and then like ODU is pricey. In public universities, they're expensive. So at the end of the day, I'm like, where's all this money come? Like, it's ridiculous. But I'm glad you said that, because again, I was just starting with a number. Regardless, the main thing I want to make sure, I want to see like at least all the players receive something, because at the end of the day, it's not the easiest being a student athlete. My fiance, she was a student athlete. All my friends were athletes, and they're up all night studying for like an exam until 2 a.m. Boom, I gotta practice at 5 a.m. I gotta hurry up, get some food from the caf. I gotta have a meeting. Then I gotta take class, and then I gotta go to another meeting. Then I got another practice or this and that. Oh, and by the way, I got a game tomorrow that we gotta travel out of state. We gotta get up early. It's a lot, and I'm like.
So you don't think they should get paid?
No, I do think they should get paid. No, absolutely.
That was a broad question, but not just for you. But it was just one of those things where I look at my baby brother, and to look at where he go through, even on a game day. We talked this morning. We FaceTimed this morning, and he was like, "Hey, bro, it was 6 o'clock in the morning. I just got out of a meeting. It's 6 o'clock in the morning."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's 6 o'clock in the morning, bro. You are not in the NFL.
Yeah.
But it's a business. It's a huge corporation.
Why the hell are they not giving these kids a check?
Yeah, the thing with me is like how I feel is like, I'm not going to get into any specific number, but if you, like how you said, if he's committing to that, there shouldn't be no reason why, not saying he is, but like any other college player should be looking, like not knowing where they're going to eat, where they're like struggling, thinking about any of that mindset. Because I remember I've just seen things where they'd be like, yeah, when I was in college, like I didn't know where I was going to eat. And you sitting there playing one of the biggest games of your life.
Yes, sir.
That week, like, that should not even be. There's so much money. They have these college coaches getting paid more than NFL coaches.
Well, again, like, I always just use Saban as an example. Saban, who is a winning coach, but that's actually another topic I want to talk with you guys later on during the season. But he gets paid like $10 million a year. Was it Dabo Sweeney in Clemson? He's getting paid like $12 million. Jim Fisher, what's he plays? Texas A&M. They're millions and millions and millions of dollars. The university alone, NCAA tournaments. What?
Have you even checked out some of the the YouTube channels of some of them guys in Texas. These kids, and I'm not knocking what they do because I'm proud of them kids. Every last one of them that's got their head on straight. They are driving cars I wish I had drove. I've never in my life seen kids to go to school the way they go to school. But look at where they're going to school at. So I just wish this can be a broad.
Well, and I think too, on top of that, like Cam made a good point as far as those athletes are bringing in a lot of revenue to the university.
Definitely.
They're employed by the university. Yeah. Look, you think students go there for the education?
Hold on, bro. So let's say this. So let's say you had a child, which we know we're both too young to have them. But say we had a child that was in college, and that particular and our children are bringing in 20 people from the family to the college that we cannot get in for free. And we're paying $20 or $25 per person to get in this game. So if that particular child, just like a certain DJ, come on, bro, listen to me now. So certain DJ, man, I ain't going tonight. But then a certain DJ come, I'm going tonight. Because that DJ is bringing that crowd. But if that particular person or that child is bringing this many people to a game, you can't pay him. You can't pay him to bring that money to your school.
You said $25 a ticket. What college?
I never paid because of my brother. So I don't know what a ticket may cost.
But that's such a good art. That is so good. That is so good.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just glad they finally speaking up about it because it's been talk for a while. They were just like, nah.
Well, and I'm glad, and it's not even just happening in in the big time sports. It's happening in HBCUs. It's happening in D2, D3. I mean, at the end of the day, I think all no matter what divisions they play in, it is still you got to look at the pressure. And on top of that too, we talked about in the first episode about mental health. A lot of those players, they don't just play for themselves. They play for their families. They're playing, for kids that go get the education. They might just say, no, I'm doing sports just for the scholarship. I'm not thinking about this for a future. So if I don't succeed and fail, then I'm going back to, as a failure and maybe even more, something worse that could happen with my family as far as, financial struggles or my family's paying me to,
But you know what bothers me the most? My little brother had 2 knee surgeries. This young man is just turned 21 last weekend. So his first knee surgery, he was 15. His second one, he was 19. He got 6 screws in both legs altogether, right? So this is my concern. This is where these things bother me. Is that these young men is going out here, and not just young men, but I'm talking about football right now. So these young men is going out here and playing this game that they love, but also bringing all this revenue to your school. You can't think to write the young man a check.
Well, and think of the injuries that come with that sport. You're talking about football is one of the most intense sports where I just did it in high school.
Me too.
And I seen people just get. I stopped in high school. I had one concussion that I know of. I had one concussion, I think my junior year. And after that, I'm like, look, I'm not trying to go pro. I'm not trying to go. For one, I already knew I was going to be a struggle being a student athlete. I thought about doing track and field because that was another favorite sport of mine, doing that in school. But I said, let me just be a student. Look, I struggle just being a student. So again, you bring it on the task as far as, an athlete. But to come back what you were saying about your baby brother with the really risking his body doing to a sport that he loves, and I'm really not getting rewarded. Yes, don't get me wrong. Scholarships are great, but at the end of the day, look, that's what's filling in the seats. Is I'm the one that's bringing in, filling in the revenue.
What, 4 or 5 years, they're gonna be like, "Oh man, you were a great player." Blah 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 blah.
But
look when they graduate, they gonna ask for donations right when you graduate. They gonna ask for some donations right now.
You look at Brady or in the NFL, or you look at LeBron in the NBA. They are young, but they are grandfathers to the game. I look at my little brother. He's 21. He done had so many surgeries on his body, on his ligaments to the point where it's like
you worry because you want to see what's going to happen in the future.
He's almost old to the game. He's probably 10 or 15 years to the point where he's going to be to the point where he's old to the game because of the surgeries that he's done had at a kid. Yeah. And you can't pay these children to play these games. something that they love. This is why I love college football. I'm not a basketball fan, nothing to get basketball, but I love football. To the point of college football players playing their heart out. Look at Alabama, look at LSU, the way them boys play. Oh my God, bro. And you cannot pay, I don't give a damn if it's $50. But to the point of you paying these children to play this game that they love, to the point that they can even just go and eat a decent meal, not at the calf. I'm just saying a decent damn meal, because they bringing all this damn money to your stadium.
And shoot, you say college, shoot, I enjoy watching high school football.
High school, yes, sir.
When Little League baseball come on, I'm in it more than Major Leagues. I'm like, it's something with you seeing them growing up, oh yeah, that dude's going to be, like, because they're pushing, they're passionate and all that good stuff.
No, one thing I want to say, bringing it back to the endorsements and stuff, is that I did see, I forgot what football team it was, but it was Built Bar, like the protein bars.
Yeah.
They sponsored like 27 of the guys on the football team. So I don't think it's just whoever's the most popular. It's because you ain't got 27 guys that are number one star. So like the fact that some of those companies, like they're reaching out.
Yeah, and each athletic program, like usually, I'll just say for my school we had like 18 total sports for men and women. You got football that might have almost more than 60 players on a roster. Basketball might have 15. Soccer might have 50. Other sports. So I mean, I'm glad they are reaching out to other sports, because a lot of people will say, well, what are the top revenue sports? What are the ones that, like, football and basketball are the top revenue sports for collegiate? But I think of other sports, swimming, crew, all that stuff. The ones that might not be that amusing to people.
But no, some schools, that's their main thing, is like crew or
John Hopkins is lacrosse. I think they're known for their lacrosse. Some schools are known for golf.
It's just fairly new, so I feel like in a couple of years, like, it's definitely going to expand, and everybody's going to be able to find their way with that. I mean, it's just a big step in general.
It is, and I'm excited too. And actually, so we have a guest on.
Yeah. The way these digging talk is irrelevant. I heel kick Troy's Achilles, and I shoot like Legolas and fly around Earth on Pegasus. The throne is for the taking, so I'm sending these messages. No belligerent talk, the cup is half full with a measurement. The way I'm work these bars, and it's like I had a regimen. The boy rock solid like sediment. 10 years till they see the legacy. I don't like bygones be bygones, cause by the end the time's gone. New to the game like Zion. One push of a button, niggas is
So we have a guest on today. I didn't mention earlier, but Ramon Harris, who's a former collegiate player, plays professional basketball player, plays mostly overseas. Won a championship in the developmental league at the time. It's now called the.
Listen up, Joe. Quiet. Hey, in your lifetime, man. In your lifetime, you might only get one chance to be the first to do something. This is the first time, man, in history they had the best record, finished the season #1, and won the championship. It's the first time, man, and we're the first to do something. That's definitely a blessing. No question. That's a blessing. We're the first to do something. So now the rest of the man's team's got to follow in our footsteps. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
He played at UK. Played 4 years. Played alongside DeMarcus Cousins, John Wall, Eric Bledsoe, Patrick Peterson. Great dude. A great athlete. And I'm gonna call him in because I want to get his view on it. Of course, talk more about his journey and get his views on that. So let me go and see where it's at here. We trying something new now too. We moving on up in the world. You know?
Hello. Hello.
Ramon, what's going on with you, brother?
What's up, Chief?
Nothing much. So look, I got you on live right now with my co-host, Mr. Jonathan Jones and Mr. Corian Shaw. And we're excited to have you on, man. Thanks so much for putting out the time with your schedule too. But we also gotta talk with you on a conversation we were just having earlier. So I did a little bit of intro about you. You played 4 years at University of Kentucky out of Anchorage, Alaska. And you played alongside, John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Patrick Peterson, Eric Bledsoe. Ever since, you won a championship in the developmental league. You played most of your years overseas. Tell us for you, man, what basketball was to you. Like, when did it all start for you to pursue it?
Man, honestly, man, it started at a young age. I was my mom played ball, my dad played ball, so I think I was just born to play ball. And I just always fell in love with it at a young age. I always had a ball in my hands. I always wanted to go to the park to play ball. I was just always around basketball, always watching basketball. So it started at a young age.
Okay. Awesome. So when the opportunity came, man, that you were gonna be like, as far as like the decision making when it comes to transitioning from high school to college, that's like a huge process we all like to watch. As far as like what school are they gonna choose? What were some of your other options besides University of Kentucky?
Oh man, all right, Chief. Yes, sir. Oh man, I had Georgetown. I had all the, back at that time, it was the Pac-10, not the Pac-12. I had all of the Pac-10 schools. I had all the Pac-10 schools recruit me. But my final 2 schools were Georgetown and Kentucky.
Okay. What made you want to choose Kentucky between between Georgetown and Kentucky? Which made you choose Kentucky?
I like both. I really liked Kentucky. I really liked Georgetown. Part of it was the fit that I felt like I had with the players at Kentucky, and then the main thing was Coach Tubby Smith. Man, I just felt like he really understood me as a basketball player, and he was interested in me as a person. Not that Georgetown wasn't, but it just felt more at home when I took my visit at Kentucky.
Okay. Well, look, I want to get your view. We spoke on a topic early on the show, man, about now universities, NCAA is allowing collegiate athletes receiving pay off their name, image, and likeness. Now I kind of twisted up the conversation to get the view on the fellas about. Yes, it's good to I'm excited that they're finally getting paid off. I'm happy that the collegiate athletes are now getting paid for what they do. But what about the players that are the non-popular ones, but they also help contribute because, at the end of the day, there's no I in team. They come to the practices, the meetings, they sacrifice, just as much as those, but they're not the star. So I want to ask you, do you think that all collegiate athletes should receive some form of pay per month and also in addition have the option to get paid off their name, image, and likeness?
Yes, I do. As a guy that was really in the thick of things, University of Kentucky basketball, historically, you could argue is the best basketball program ever. I've seen how much money is generated around you, from ticket sales to TV time to apparel, and the list goes on and on. And at that time, we were barely getting $150 a month.
And what I say,
And that was what we had at that time. To if you wanted to go to the movies, or if you wanted to go out and get something out to eat outside of campus. Sometimes you just want to do something different. And we would get $150 checks, and that's really what we had outside of our family. Trying to help support. But I think in the realization of everything, no matter what career path you go to, everybody's not going to get paid the same. That's the reality of it. If I work at McDonald's, I'm not going to make as much as the manager, and the manager's not going to make as much as the head manager. That's just how life is.
That's life.
Right, I get that.
But I do believe that each athlete should be able to get something to just, take care of themselves. And if they want to do something for themselves, they can. They're not able to go get a job because of the time requirements and restrictions that they have upon college athletes. So you're not able to go do certain things that a regular student can. So I think that they should definitely be compensated for their hard work and their time and their effort. But to say that each player should get the same amount is just not realistic, because it's not like that in the real world.
Man, I respect that. See, I was trying to make everybody win. Everybody get a call. You get a call. I was trying to, Ramon, but you just done turned me real quick.
Don't get me wrong. I would love for that to be the case. I would love for everybody to get the opportunity. Everybody get a car. Everybody get a fancy car to drive on campus, and everybody get a certain amount. But that's just not the reality of the world that we live in. Everybody's striving to get the best job and the best opportunity with the most pay that they can. So sometimes it just doesn't work that way.
Oh, my bad, man, to cut you off. So what do you think, kind of made it so, it took so long? It's 2021. I think they just started allowing the name, image, and likeness, last year? Was it during
this year?
This year? It was this year? Oh, wow.
So just this year is the first year.
Wow. So why do you think it took so long?
Man, when you give up money or you paying somebody, that means somebody's losing money. I think that's the main thing about it. Understanding that the NCAA and college sports in the whole is a money making machine.
Wow.
And when I was in college, the whole pitch was, we were paying for your education. We're paying for your education. We're paying for your education. But there's nothing guaranteed about that.
That's right.
So that's what they pitched to us and sold us. And, that's the kind of how it was. Everything has to grow and elevate,
that's right,
including college sports. And now they have the ability to get paid, which is great.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Was Carmelo the last one to go through that getting paid before he went to the league?
Did you hear that, Ramon?
Was Carmelo the last one?
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just got a question.
To get paid?
Yeah, before he went to the NBA. You know what I mean? Before going to the NBA. That whole collecting.
You mean like endorsements and stuff like that?
Yes, sir.
Nah, I don't think he was the last one. I don't know for a fact, but I don't think he was the last one. I'm pretty sure there's some guys, it might not have been reported, but once you sign an agent, or declare for the NBA, you're officially a professional athlete.
Yep.
So at that moment, you can receive gifts, you can get endorsements. So I'm pretty sure he's not the last one.
He's right.
Wow. Well, look, I thank you for your insight, for answering that topic, man. But I want to talk more about your career. Since you graduated from UK, you finished your career, a great career at University of Kentucky. Man, you started playing in countries where people dream to vacation of. I mean, Greece. I know Greece. What, the Dominican Republic? Where else am I missing?
Yeah. Man, I played Greece, Germany, Mexico, Venezuela, China, all over.
What was some of your favorite moments? What were some of your favorite places, man, to play for?
I really like Germany. It was real Americanized, and
wow,
it was real Americanized in Germany. Greece was amazing. I spent 3 years there. It's probably the longest stint I spent overseas. But each country was different, and it was unique in its own way. I got an opportunity to observe different cultures. I got an opportunity to meet people and interact with people, and it's just different. Everyone was different, but they were all great in their own way.
What I'm gonna go based off like crowd energy. Which country had the best energy as far as playing in their stadium?
Oh man, probably Greece and Germany. Man, the Europe culture is different. In Europe, they believe in their clubs and they support their clubs, and they're going to support their clubs to the end. Man, it's just different overseas. The way they do things. So they're like, in America we have elementary sports where there's YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, and then you have middle school, and then you have high school. Well, overseas they don't have that. They just have clubs with age limits, and you just play as high as your talent level.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you're 16, but you are able to play with the grown men, you just play for the club.
Shoot, that's where you get guys like Christoph Porzingis, and East Canada, all these guys are adult. Well, it's just like I think in soccer too, because a lot of guys started playing pro when they were like 16, 17 years old.
Right.
So wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, in Europe they developed their people. I mean, not just Europe, but overseas, they developed and their rules are different. So if you're talented enough at 14, 15 to play with the 19-year-old age group, you play. There's no restrictions to that. So, they just do things different. So they have clubs. So as an American, when you join that club, it's like being adopted into a family. Mm-hmm. And they take it serious, man. They have the chants, they have the flags. It's an amazing experience.
Wow. Wish we can have that hit. No, I'm joking. Yeah. Wish we can have that here. But man, that is awesome, man. So look, Ramon, are you 32? 33 and still keep on playing like if you're, in high school, man. When is the time gonna come when you're like, okay, look, these knees, this back ain't going, where does the drive continue to, where is gonna stop for you?
Man, I'm not putting a timetable on it, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, my knees still working, my back still not aching. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't want to walk away from the game until I decide I'm gonna walk away from it. I don't want nothing else to dictate when I do. I want to be able to hang up my shoes and know that I accomplished everything and I left everything and I'm ready to move forward. But I don't have a timetable or an age limit yet. I'm still, putting the ball in the basket. As long as I'm doing that, I think I got some gas.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Well, look, Ramon, plug in your socials, man. We want to continue to support you and, continue to root you on in your journey, man. And where can we follow you, like on IG, or would you give us your plugs?
Yeah, on Instagram. My Instagram name is The Swish Life, all one word. And you can find me there, man. That's where you see all the workout videos and everything, that I'm doing. You'll see some highlights from some teams that I played for. Just keep everything real surface level. But yeah, that's where you can find me, The Swish Life on Instagram.
All right, Ramon. Well, look, man, we truly appreciate, you putting out the time to talk with us, man. And, we're going to continue to root you on, brother, and just take care, peace and blessings. And that's all. All I can say right now.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all having me, man. Like I say on my podcast, man, with everything you do it at God's speed. So
that's right.
Same thing to you folks.
All right, man. Take care, Ramon.
Peace, bro.
Peace.
Dapper Luke Collection is a full custom clothier located in Virginia Beach. Our goal is to give you a full custom experience. Follow us and schedule your appointment at dapperluke.com. Let us create your perfect custom look for your perfect wedding, prom, graduation, or anniversary.
Rugged Evolution Beard Care is the hottest new beard care in the market. With 16 amazing scented balms and oils, you can choose which smell you want to try with our new sample balm and oil set, or use the mustache moisturizer and our new leave-in conditioner. Don't forget to add a wooden comb to glide through your beard without snag. Check out our website at ruggedevo.com or call for a private consultation 855-848-3029. And remember, rugged is the new smooth.
Man, let me tell you,
That's some good insight.
It is.
Well, it's stuff that we don't ever see because we're just really viewers. But as far as like
firsthand.
what? Oh my gosh, that's the cool thing. What I love about when I sit down and have conversations with people. It's to me, I'm a big believer on dialogue can take care of so many issues in the world. You can take care of so many things by just talking. Something I might not know, I might I might learn from it from Corian, or something you don't know, you might learn from me, or vice versa. So conversations like this, man, is awesome because we need to, especially as men of color, we need to sit down, learn, help change the narrative, inform and entertain at the same time, man. So yeah, that was awesome. So Jay, what you got for us as far as another conversation?
Well, it's gonna be a little shifter, but like how we've been talking about how times have changed a lot, and like recently, I mean, I'm a single guy, you're not, but like just like relationship wise, and even just like staying up with your family, like how has social media benefited or impacted in a negative way, like relationships? Because like now, even just chatting with people they just like I'll be at Mo's place, Lava Lounge. I mean, dude, we just sitting there talking. First thing you do, Instagram. I'm like, bro, like
who I am.
like,
You know who I am.
I know, it's just like, bro, like we laughed about something, whatever. And you just put your phone in my face talking about Instagram. It's like, dude, like, I don't know.
Well, it's just IG is a huge cover that is just a lot. Not IG, but just social media in general.
Yeah.
Like all this is just a good cover. I mean, it's you never know who the person is until you talk to them. So I think it can be toxic, but at some point it can be beneficial. Like again, we're business owners, so like for me, social media is perfect. I love it. I treat it respectful. I ain't talking to everybody on my business, but I tell them the work side of me.
Yeah.
But I have my personal ones where you can see how I am. I don't have anything to hide. I mean, shoot, we having a podcast, we socialize. People can obviously see what kind of people we are. But yeah, I want to be real with people. I think if you continue to show off more real people, which to the public they don't find that more attractive. They like, well, I want to see the one with that shakes it a little bit. Let me do the one that let me watch this viral video of somebody fighting. Like how many stadium fights have we seen so far? How many road rage videos gone viral? You know what I mean? That's I want to see that. I want to see some more positive stuff. I want to see the father that bought some land for his 12-year-old or something. You know what I mean? Like I like seeing stories uplifting stuff. And or families working together starting a business, but I guess social media it doesn't want to it doesn't find that as appealing to people.
It's a cover page to a resume.
You said it's a cover page to a resume.
Yes, sir.
I like that. But
No, I just feel like people, they just kind of mask. They have that persona where they're online, so they just want you to gravitate towards that because they can't even hold a conversation in person. They're scared to go up. Like guys are scared to go.
I ain't gonna talk to you, but I DM you. I'll leave a comment in you, but I don't really know you.
Like that stuff's just so outdated. Like luckily, like for me, like I kind of grew up where I wasn't. I mean, I didn't really have a phone until I was like 16, but I had like a MySpace towards the end of that era, and then it was
back,
like
JJ,
Facebook.
MySpace. That's
So like I wasn't all like in like the whole like scene of all that stuff where people online doing all that. So it's like I've always just learned how to like talk to people and like reading the room is like one of the best things that I like about myself is because I can like tell like how
Well, you know,
people
my
are.
ass is old fashioned when it comes to social media
Yeah.
because when I remember in you and just all classmates of mine, like everybody had like I just had I think got a Facebook maybe like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
maybe
I was
a year
always
ago.
I was like, man, you didn't get on
Never
Facebook.
got on
see this?
Facebook.
You ain't seen this video. It's
I
like,
think
nah.
I think my first IG. No, I didn't have a Snapchat.
I remember I made your Instagram.
There we go.
I
See, I have friends I didn't know me on my Instagram, but they were saying, man, I gotta help my brother out. You gotta get on this, man. You gotta get. I was so last minute, so I'm like now getting more, involved. Like, again, I'm, marketing myself. So that's why I look at, social media as far as even with the podcast, man. We're still fairly new. This is just season 3, so we're moving on up in the world. But we got our Facebook page going on. We got a TikTok, which I'm still learning. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But I usually just look at a lot of like food videos on TikTok. If y'all were to do this, get some good recipes. But TikTok, other platforms, I'm trying to continue to learn. So I think if it's taught more that use it as more of a business tool, I think it would be better, and then maybe start taking away some of like the self-esteem or just just the toxic stuff that it spreads.
I mean, influencers in general, like they're making a living off of literally social media.
The Paul brothers, Jake and what's his name, Jake and Logan Paul, millionaires off of that.
But like the one thing is, I saw like it was like a caption or something a couple weeks ago, and it was like, what if Instagram was like a 9 to 5 thing where it just shut off after like 5 or 6 o'clock, and like. Because some people, they sit up there all day.
Remember that time when they had the when IG and Facebook went like dark for like what, almost like a day or two?
Yeah.
So people were scratching the corner like, what happened? What's going on? We were panicking. Shoot, I was too.
A lot of incomes was coming off social media.
Yep.
Like the thing is like, like business wise, like like you have to stay on top of things, but like I don't really like being up there. Like I don't really care what I post. Like I post what I post. I don't need no reactions. I don't need nobody's approval.
And that's the attitude that you always gotta do. Because I was that person too. Like whichever post I post, like who's gonna think who's I'm like. Then let me do me. Let me post it out. And I'll be smart when I post. I ain't gonna do nothing stupid, but just not to always second guess myself on what just because I want to see. I want to get the amount of views. Because then I start being that.
Thinking about that tomorrow. Like there's so much. You see so many images a day. Like. And like the thing is with me is like if I can't talk to you in person, but then you all up on Instagram doing all this, then like I don't really want nothing like to do with you. Exactly. Like I don't relate with you with that.
Well, look, man, that was, I think, just all around just great show, great conversations. Before we close it out, though, I got to make a couple shout outs to some of our sponsors. So we got Pioneer Transport Incorporated. My friend George Berry and his team are committed to ensuring that your cargo and goods are on time and in good condition. For more information about Pioneer Transport, all you have to do is go to their website, pioneertransportva.com. Also, you see us enjoying a good sip here. Ingenious Gin, one of our newest sponsors. Ingenious Gin is an intelligent spin on the original gin, infused with the absolute best natural ingredients to create a smooth taste for the gin explorer and the gin connoisseur. They strive to provide you with truly ingenious gin experience. So for more information, you can go on their website at ingeniusgin.com. Also see some of the selected ABC stores that you can find Ingenious Gin at. Fellas, another show, another great one, another great conversation. All I want to do is just, cheers to you all, because we have great conversations. I'm happy to, be alongside some great, powerful guys, humble hearts, man, and just, all around just smart guys. So, season 3, cheers to another great episode. All right, we out.
And done.